because I don't know how many times you heard it during what we just watched. What's going on, y'all? We just saw a movie Jovi has been looking forward to.
I guess.
Fast X, the 10th Fast and Furious movie. If you watch the channel or you know me, you know that I hate Fast and the Furious. I hate it for so many reasons. I could make an entire video about this. I was planning to spend like the first 20 minutes going on a rant, but I mean, it's just, it's there hasn't been actual car racing in this movie since like Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
And then speaking of Tokyo Drift, like we said, it's gotten to a point where turning off your brain, it just doesn't work for me. I can't buy the story. Han, a 40-year-old dude in Tokyo Drift, supposedly. Why is he hanging out with high school dudes? Like, I don't like. It's so dumb.
You won't let that go.
I won't. It's dumb to me. Like, that's just one plot point.
Right.
I mean, people just die and come back. You got people like, I mean, never mind them living through everything. And then the coup de grace. I don't remember what movie it was where they drove a car through a window out one building and landed into another building. How lucky are they didn't land in between floors and just die?
No.
Like,
the car wouldn't even made it that far.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, it's just the I mean, and then in the last one they went to space.
Yeah, I went to space.
I didn't see 8. I actually didn't even see 9 when they went to space. I just saw the scene.
So you didn't watch the movie?
I couldn't.
Granted,
I heard it was really bad.
Granted, you didn't need to watch the movie for this.
Yeah, so the only one you need to watch for this one is Fast 5, which I did see.
Yeah.
This is a sequel to it. The bad guy in that movie had a son who is played by Jason Momoa in this movie. And yeah, we got another Fast film, y'all. I'm gonna try to be nice, but I just want you to know I'm clearly biased here. Before we move on, this early screening was brought to us by Grand Shuckett, our friends in the review game. Stick around to the end, and you will hear a little bit about them and what they do. All right, Jovi, let me go first. I'm gonna try to be quick. So I guess the word is desensitized to this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you before we were talking, I was like, oh, it wasn't as fast and furious as I thought, and you were like, oh no, it was.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you get to the things that may have jumped out, but to me, I mean, after you've seen, like I said, cars fly through buildings, people. There was one scene where like they covered him up with cars on ice as an explosion came and hit him. Right. I mean, it's just like, or when they drive off a bridge, unbuckle their seatbelts, and then float above the car like they're Superman or something. I like in this one. I mean, sure, you want Charlize Theron, who we've never seen fight, or Dom's sister, who we've never seen really in a fist fight. Go ahead and beat up armed soldiers in full body armor with their bare fists. Fine. I mean, everyone in this movie had body armor, and every single person was able to fight them. So, I mean, are these just regular dudes off the street in body armor, or are they actually trained soldiers? Because that's what I thought.
The only one that hurt himself.
Yeah. So, I mean, if that was the biggest thing to me, I was like, okay, fine, you want to do this? Go ahead.
Right.
I can ignore the giant ball rolling through Rome, just like the safe in the 5th movie. The people just somehow jumping cars over ramps when it would really just fall straight to the ground. Sure. I mean, I saw it and I was like, well, I don't know. I was like, they jumped the shark a long time ago, so I guess now it's all reserved. And yeah, I mean, so all that was happening. So for the first 2 acts, I was just paying attention to. I was like, oh, interesting set piece. The characters. I was like, they made me laugh. Their jokes were funny, at least in this one, funnier than I remember them being. So I was like, okay, it's funny. Big set pieces. I see there's a lot of money spent on the set pieces, not the CGI. CGI was terrible.
CGI is by far the worst that we've seen. In like the last 2 years.
Yeah, in any movie, yeah. like not even just Fast and Furious movies. Like it was bad.
It's bad. It was bad.
Jeez. Yeah, bad. and so I was just watching it until the 3rd act. In the 3rd act, it became Fast and Furious, and I was looking at Jawan at least every 2 minutes. Like, are we really watching this? I mean, you've seen the trailer when Dom, he gets 2 helicopters are attached to his car and he crashes them. That is literally the least of the stuff you see in the 3rd act.
Yeah.
Like, the stuff that happens is, I mean, of course it's impossible, but it's just, it's like you're like, really, guys, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, needless to say, I the third act was the most Fast and the Furious of it. The final scene, not the after credit scene, which is spoiled for a lot of you. So I'm sorry, it was spoiled.
Really?
Yeah, the after credits apparently, like, people know that, like, what's going on.
Oh, that's whack. That was good for me because I knew that it was gonna happen in a sense that it had to, because like the character itself.
Yeah.
It was like, you can't finish this without that character. But then,
yeah, but it was ruined by, I think it was The Rap, actually. It was like a news organization accident that like just said it. It was like, he's back. Yeah, so yeah. But again, I mean, what can you expect from this? Like I said, people just die and come back all the time.
Yeah.
Like, the last scene before the after credit scene is when I was like, all right, screw you, movie.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
the whole theater was in uproar.
I was like, screw you, movie. You know,
the last scene before the whole movie ends, you're just like,
so that cemented the third act as the worst thing I've seen in these Fast and Furious movies.
Yes.
Like, I mean,
yes.
You feel like stakes are high in this movie a little bit because you're thinking it's the last one, but then you're reminded that nothing matters. Nothing matters.
Nothing at all.
And honestly, so this movie, it was announced back in 2020 this would be a 2-part finale. Had I known that, I would have refused to go see it with you because I do not want to watch another
one.
And then a couple days ago, Vin Diesel kind of spoiled that this was probably going to be a 3-part finale. So
stop that. We're not spoiling anything for you at saying this, but
I'm not looking forward to saying this. I'm biased towards these movies. This did nothing to sway me towards it, except for I don't think it was the worst Fast and Furious I've seen for the first 2 acts. And a large part of this movie, it's the last thing I'll say. Actually, no, 2 more things. There's a whole dynamic with John Cena and the son and Dom's son. Yeah, every time they were on screen, I just didn't care. And they had a lot of moments like that where I was like, yeah, I don't really care.
I can agree. It kind of doesn't work. I'll explain.
Yeah, I
feel like
because like in this movie, the team isn't together. They're all around the world in separate places doing their own thing. And I actually liked it because you got to see characters, they all got their own bit of screen time, if that makes sense. And I thought that was okay, and that's where you get a lot more of the comedy and stuff. But that whenever it switched, it was like it's like it reminded me of Game of Thrones when it went to Sansa's point of view, and I was like, I don't really care right now. But anyway, what I was going to say, the thing that really saved this movie for me was Jason Momoa. He is psychotic. He is like I think Vin Diesel a while ago said like the dude is a crazy person in this movie. He really is. He's like a real life Joker. He's the Joker.
I think they downplayed it in the previews, so that's like one thing that you're not going to get from the previews besides all the scenes that his character is.
Yeah, he's actually very funny.
Yeah,
he's
you can tell
he's having a lot of fun with this movie, and he's like crazy. Like he's enjoying these horrible things he's doing. Yeah. He's laughing while he does it, and like he wears ridiculous outfits. He does ridiculous dances.
Like you said, he's the Joker.
He's great.
He's a 90s Batman cartoon animated series Joker.
He is literally the most memorable villain these movies have had.
Close.
Who else do you remember?
I think Shaw was a pretty decent villain.
Shaw? Oh yeah, I forgot.
Shaw has,
he's family now.
Right. The Shaw has probably the best arc.
Yes, that's
out of.
That's actually, that's actually probably after the first 2 Fasts. Yeah. I think that. Well, not after. Yeah. That's probably there with Tokyo Drift.
After
like my third.
Yeah.
One.
So.
Because that was 7. I think was actually watchable, unlike the other ones.
Right.
Is what I'll say. But yeah, that's all I had. I didn't like it. I mean, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Right.
For the first 2 acts.
Okay.
Now go ahead.
So.
And tell us how they jumped the shark. What were you thinking?
I just feel like. So let's just go with everything that just really just ticked me off. All right, I'm a fan of the series. But I also understand how wild and how much this does not make sense. I mean, if from the beginning, from a street kid that street race in LA to being a secret agent that can move cars and take bullets, like
and
Superman.
takes missions. Like that,
Yeah.
is this something that was established that movie? They take missions
They
now
take missions
from
now.
the agency.
From the agency, right?
Okay.
All of that doesn't make sense. Yes. Now, for me, I'm like, okay, this is not the universe we live in. This is what that now 10 movies in, it is official. This is not the universe we live in.
Okay.
This is not the same world.
Okay. All right.
At all.
They have gravity. They still have gravity. So that
it's-
means it still doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. This is not the earth we live on. All right. Just by saying that, this movie made fun of itself
That is true.
the entire time, which makes me feel like it was supposed to be the last movie. And then somewhere down the line, they were like, we should make another one. And then somewhere down the line, someone was like, we should make 3 of these. It's because it's just like they literally make fun of themselves. This movie was soap opera, comedy,
Yeah.
action, comedy, soap opera, comedy, action, soap opera, random fight scene, unnecessary fight scene, soap opera, family. And like that's just how it kept going. The relationship between John Cena and Dom Son make no sense. They did the same thing with John Cena that they did with The Rock. All of a sudden, you're not mean and grungy
Right.
anymore.
Where did that come from?
It's like you're not.
What happened in
you're
between
not
movies?
hard. You're not hard anymore. The Rock lost his accent. Everybody forgets he had a country accent in 5.
Yeah, I definitely would not remember that.
Yeah. Got that. And it's just the same thing. Now he's family. So now he's happy. He's nice. He's goofy. Your whole personality is not going to change.
He was the main villain in the last movie, was he not?
He was.
Okay, all right.
So, did not like that. Cool. I love John Cena. He's great. This was John Cena playing John Cena. It wasn't John Cena playing his character. And I dislike that. I don't like when people play themselves. The Rock. Storyline, I didn't care, dog. I didn't care. Whoever was like, we need to bring back the characters from Rio and make an entire film about it.
Bro, so real quick, it's funny. I'm just laughing because I remember they showed a scene from Fast 5. And they showed it like 3 times. And Joey kept saying, how many times are they going to show this scene?
And they keep adding people.
Yes.
So everybody was there, y'all.
Yeah, they kept adding people. It's clear that, like, it was an edited scene. So.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Because from what, cameras have come a long way. Film has come a long way. So when you're seeing these shots from Fast 5, and then... And I stopped to think about it because none of the naming conventions go in order or make sense. That's another critique. We're critiquing the entire series because this is supposed to be the last one. You can tell
it's my last one. I'm not
that
watching
they are adding people, and then it even looks like that person wasn't there when they added this next person. It just all looks digital, like digitally added, and then. One of the antagonists from this film, I didn't like at all. It was like an extra, talk about being evil to be evil.
Yeah, for no reason.
Now, Jason Momoa's character has a reason. The other antagonist.
Yeah, what reason do you have? And that person wasn't even in the movie that long. That's another thing. There's people just throwing in here.
That was a
just
waste.
Because.
And this person got millions.
Yeah.
That was a waste of money.
I mean, he's a pretty big actor too in his own right. So yeah. But like,
But
yeah.
why waste?
Yeah, so but why waste them? That's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to see, even if I was the biggest fan, I'm not going to see the movie just because of this person.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you that
So
they paid a lot for this person when it was unnecessary.
introducing old characters, then kind of connecting them to other characters.
Yeah, it was a lot, and it was unnecessary.
Right. Killing off characters that didn't need to be killed off, that weren't important, to be completely honest.
I was
The
about to
people
say.
that died in this movie.
Who died on this? Okay, yeah, like he just said that. I didn't even remember.
Were
Okay,
completely unimportant, and you were supposed to feel something. No, you were supposed to kill the main cast member off. You killed side characters.
oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking. Yep. It
It It did not matter. But now that we know, it doesn't matter if anybody dies.
Yeah, because everyone can come back.
Anybody can come back.
Anybody,
in the
like,
Fast
I mean,
and
like,
Furious
yeah.
series.
Han survives an explosion somehow in a car. He comes back.
So
Someone like everyone is back in this
Whatever.
movie. It makes no sense.
and then the whole thing where you mentioned it before the movie even started. Why would Mia even be around
Mm-hmm.
when she's supposed to be
With Brian.
safe with Brian and their child, away from all of this? How could she ever even move safely after everything that they've done? Right? That was the point. That was their deal. After that mission, it was done. We all fucking cried. Sorry, I've been doing good, not cursing. We all were so sad at the end of that movie because we knew. I mean, we didn't know Paul personally, but everyone felt that because it was like literally him leaving and going away.
Should have ended right there.
Yeah, and no, straight up.
Yeah.
And I mean, and at the end of the day, everybody wants to say family and all this. It's just slowly but surely feeling like disrespect because they keep bringing him up or like reshooting scenes and using his brother. I don't feel like that's necessary. I feel like just let that character go and let Paul rest. That is one pet peeve I've had about all these series. I keep mentioning him. No, he's gone, bro. He's gone. But y'all would have to redo all the story if Brian was dead.
Right.
What else, man? It was just I laughed, and I laughed that they were making fun of themselves, and that's what made the movie tolerable. And then it was just like the ending of the movie was just this cluster fuck of things that just, even the lines and there's two sequences that just don't, from what he said, from those helicopters on is the most outrageous, more outrageous than Space Show.
Yeah, like,
Which technically Space is the most outrageous thing that's ever happened.
There's a scene where Vin Diesel, Dom is driving with his son. That's what he's talking about.
That's guys and gals.
It's one of the most ridiculous things you've seen in Fast and Furious, and that's saying something.
And it's just like, I'm thoroughly disappointed in the sense that if this was supposed to be the last, and then if they had to reshoot it to make it make sense, they didn't do a very good job. I want to talk about, I guess we could stop it here, and then I can talk about like a ending spoiler and explain why I'm okay with how certain things happen.
Really?
Yeah, so again,
I'm not okay with anything.
I mean, good things, bad things. All the thing I said, good things. It's funny, it's watchable. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. It's nothing. The cars weren't even that cool.
Right, man.
That was the most shit.
Roman had what was he driving?
He was driving a golden Gallardo.
Oh, that's what it was. A Gallardo.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
It wasn't even a Murcielago.
Yeah.
It was a golden Gallardo. It wasn't even that. It was not that cool.
Okay. Yeah. Guys, this is me being fair. I'm giving this movie a 2.5.
I'm a 2.5 or a 3, honestly. 2.5. Like oh god. I may even give it a 3 because I really enjoyed that they made fun of themselves. Okay. That because this is not real. This is not a reality. So I feel like that makes, for me, that kind of fixed the nonsense that's happened since 5.
Okay.
The last 5 movies have been ridiculous. Even the Shaw movies.
Yeah.
I didn't even. His brother was a bad antagonist.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was thinking where his brother was.
His brother's a bad.
Because his mother is still around.
Yeah.
And so now she's there. She's good friends with Dom, and she's tight with Mr. Nobody. Like, when did all of this stuff happen, yo?
The last, you gotta watch the last 2.
Okay, because I remember
she pops up.
I remember she pops up and helps him.
Right.
But why would he go to her when he needs to find Mr. Nobody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. And Mr. Nobody's missing. Oh, we didn't talk about Brie Larson.
Yeah.
I wasn't excited to see her. She looked real sick in one of the scenes. But then her character kind of was okay.
Yeah, she fills in for Mr. Nobody.
Yeah, she really does. And that character's not supposed to be on screen over and over and over again. It's supposed to be kind of like a ghost.
Yeah.
So she did her part. Again, she looked really sick in one scene. I hope she's okay. She looked really like sick, and it happens. People film and they still get up there.
That.
Yeah, it was like she was super skinny.
Oh.
But then the other scene, she looked regular. So I don't know if it was bad makeup, but I didn't think she had to be in this movie. I honestly would have preferred a nobody actor to play that character.
Oh. Okay, I mean,
to make it more mysterious.
I guess. He's gonna be back. Nobody's gonna be back.
Oh, he has to. He's not gone. He's just taking a break.
Yeah, whatever. All right, so your small couch review score is 2.75. We will stop it here.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for watching. We're gonna. I guess Jovi's gonna talk spoilers. I don't really care to talk anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah. So he's gonna talk spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, it comes out this weekend. Go ahead and watch it, and then come back and watch these last few minutes. Listen to what Jovi has to say.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
People that died. The guy from Fast 5 that drove the GT3 in that movie, and then drove the GT3 in this movie, he gets killed over Dom's baby mama's sister. Why was that important? Why did that scene happen? Why would Dom feel for that guy?
That's why when you said he died, I was like, who are you talking about? Then I remembered it was him. I was like, oh. I literally didn't even remember he was in other movies until just now. Yes.
Then we go to Dom's brother that killed himself for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't care. And does he really care? They've been good friends for the boy got to be 7? They've been friends for 3 years again, 4 years.
Oh, okay.
After he blamed his brother all those years for his father's death, which was kind of his fault. He didn't tighten something. You didn't see. Oh, so he.
But I think I remember. Didn't his father tell him to do it?
Yeah, it was like but at the same time, it's like you could have been like, no, Dad, like that doesn't seem safe or something like that.
I don't know the context, so okay.
Yeah, he could have, but whatever. That death did not hit for me. I did not care. You did not build that character up to really be family and for you to care. So that was dumb. That was a really bad mistake on the writers. I would have took Rome dying because he's been foreshadowing it over the last 5 movies.
Oh yeah.
That's good writing. And he felt bad about. He's the one that set all this shit up. Well, they went along with it, so I guess they all got themselves in issues. And another spoiler: Jason Momoa's outfits. Not playing. His cars are pretty cool too. Actually, yeah, his cars were probably the coolest thing out of the. And then The Rock's coming back, y'all. And the reason I say that I'm okay with that because there's a loophole. They both said they would never work together. We're gonna get a whole Rock movie going against Jason Momoa.
You think you think so?
Yes, they're going to do it kind of like a Hobbs and Shaw. That is the break, and then the third would be technically the sequel to this.
So you're saying they're gonna like Jason Momoa is simultaneously attacking The Rock at the same time he's doing Dom.
Yes.
So the next movie we're gonna see everything he did to The Rock.
Yes. And then
I don't know, bro. I don't think they can. I don't think they can't pull that off successfully.
I don't think so either. But The Rock is going, this is how you get him. This is how Universal makes it right.
Okay.
Because they've been beefing that, well, not the studio, but Vin Diesel and The Rock.
Yeah.
I like that because his character was actually very pivotal to the last 5 movies.
What do you think about the person who came back at the end?
Oh, we didn't. There we go. That's the last spoiler. Han's girlfriend is still alive, and it makes no sense. Insert clip of her dying. So what?
She went through a plane's turbine.
Yeah.
I remember this.
That's it. I'm done.
And it was on a runway, so I don't know where she could have escaped to. But
She landed in some dust or something.
And nobody saw her. Nobody
found her body.
All right, yo.
No scratches.
Yeah.
No scratches. So she's really Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She's Wonder Woman in this universe too.
Yeah. This giant says
The Fast and the Furious is a Warner Brothers production because she has nothing. I would have appreciated some scars, a short haircut.
What else, man?
Something. She literally popped up with flawless skin
In the submarine. The submarine was in another movie, wasn't it?
That was in 7?
Okay.
No, 7 or 8? 8? 8. I think it was 8. Yes, because that was everybody. That was like the super agent movie. That one had Rock in it too. In the beginning, I think. That's when Dom went rogue.
Okay. I don't care. I don't care.
Again,
I don't care.
It's this movie. The only good thing that came out is that now I can watch these movies and even really turn my brain off because they even know that the shit they do don't make sense.
Okay. All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I thank you for sticking around for spoiler talk. Yeah, let us know what you think when you see it. If it's not clear, I'm not enthused at all about this film. I don't care about it. I think it's a very bad franchise. But hey, thanks for sticking around for the video, y'all. We appreciate it. You got anything else? All right, y'all. Well, until next time, y'all. We out.
Deuces.
Shout out to our friends over at The Grand Shock It. They really do hold it down, and if you don't know who they are, you will definitely want to. So go check out their website at thegrandshockit.com. There you will find all you will ever need in the world of anime, manga, TV shows, movies, books, comic books, video games. They have it all in one nice, simple, consolidated space. They post written reviews on all that stuff, and they have several hundred episodes of podcasts that are, quite frankly, hilarious. So go ahead, check out their website. Again, thegrandshuckit.com. And also give them a follow on Twitter. That way you will never not be in the know.